What's up? What's up? I'm here. Wait. I left the light on. Hold on. All right. I'm here. What's up, everybody? Oh, I needed to grab my coffee. Grab that in a second. Zella was first. What's up, Hugo Anthony Tech? What's up, Mateo? How much is this build? Which build? I got a lot of builds. Thoughts on Infinity Keys keycaps? They're a little sus. They can't do black right. They're trying to work on it though. They're working on it. Let's try out the gate. It's not so good today in Cali, yeah. It's nice. Clean Vince again? Why are you still messing with Vince, man? Just get some SP stars. The one with the blue velvets. Well, we're not doing a build today. I'm just testing the switches. So I got sent blue velvet linears and tactiles, right? And I'm gonna test them versus other stuff. The hard thing is I have to take apart this board. D65, first mid-tier board. Man, I tested that D65 Lite and it's pretty lit, so I'd imagine D65 is pretty good. Because profit. You're cleaning them to sell them? They cost too much. I still haven't used mine. I can get this chat to be higher. I'm like looking down at the table. When does a new element go on sale? I messaged Patrick. I'll get back to you. Forgot to get that information from him. Let me check my DMs. He sent me some other stuff, but it's supposed to go live this month, so you got time. I do not play Minecraft. Let me look through this. Yeah, I don't know. So people would ask me to look at the blue velvet switches because they're a different material, because normally we deal with nylon, JWK, white. Apparently the blue velvet, tactile, and linear are made with PME plastic. Candy keys have sold a bunch, and Dane keys are selling a bunch. The vinyl one, first one. The D60 Lite is nicer than the KBD67 Lite, so it's weird because I would definitely rather go with the D60 Lite. The KD67 Lite is kind of like a little bit cheaper, where I would classify where you would give it as a gift maybe. If I were to build a board starting around 130 bucks, I think I would take that one over the Icky 68 Aurora, but the Icky 68 Aurora has a different layout, you know? So you got like your 4 nav and full arrow keys, so it's a little different. Are the marshmallow switches good or just overrated? I would say they're good, but for me, there's a few ways to get a full nylon switch. All right, sorry, the build command is not updated. Let me fix that real quick. I'm not building nothing today. We're just chillaxing. Feel free to ask questions. That's what I'm here for when I'm doing these streams, especially on YouTube. I feel like it's more question and answer, and I'm fine with that. Sooner or later, I gotta do this stuff anyway. Andy is not building today. He is just testing blue velvet, linear, tactile, and I'll look at the KTT strawberries too. I got those here. So yeah, I updated the build command. Oh, I gotta grab the Aqua Kings. I prefer the marshmallows because the Aqua Kings are bunk. I need to show you guys that. I need to give you some footage of that with a nice camera. Let me grab my bag of Aqua King stuff. So let's test some new stuff today. So I have a lot of flex on Thick 65 V2. Mine doesn't have that much. No, there's not a lot of flex on that board. I still need to fix that. There's like a lot of little projects I need to finish. What do you think about the EVOO? Are the same as marshmallows? So they should theoretically, right? Because they have the nylon top, but we never know the exact plastic breakdown of any switch. That's held in the manufacturer. EVOO, is that JWK also? If it's JWK and they're both nylon top, then I would venture to guess that they are the same, like sound and feel. We just started, don't worry about it. You missed out on everything. You really want a 6.5 V2? I'm sure you can buy it. I don't think that one's that hard to buy. So what I'm doing right now is taking apart my solder build on the Vega, and I have my hot swap build here. Gotta swap it out so I can do the science. Lavender's eye is what I would say about it too. It's not my favorite. Marshmallows or lavenders, I'd rather go for marshmallows. I'm not feeling lavenders all that much, although my chat did vote it as the favorite. You know? How come not on Twitch? I do Twitch and YouTube, fam. I do Twitch on Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, and YouTube on Tuesday, Thursday. The aftermarket is so much more expensive. Yeah, it's true. That's true. I'm doing alright today. I need to get my coffee in a second. I like woke up pretty tired. I just don't know why my body. I can't function today. I like just didn't have the motivation to do anything. Yeah, I stream on book reading. Gotta make sure I can get that money, you know? Because some people on YouTube don't like Twitch and some people on Twitch don't like YouTube. And it makes sense. And I want to make sure I accommodate everybody. This one right here is a Vega and that is a Rukia. I use my Vega for testing, which is a little bit kind of blasphemous because like it's some people's endgame board, and I keep it in the closet. I only take it out to test switches. I don't mean for it to be like that. It just be like that. Much louder inks in the back of Neko versus the NK65E. NK65E. Dude, I don't even remember that sound. Back of Neko is gonna be the loudest though. But with inks, FF4 mutes it, so it's like it might end up being about the same. It's 11 p.m. You have school. Don't worry, man. There's a VOD for this. To make a living off of streaming. Yeah, that's my job right now. It's not an amazing living, but I can pay the bills. So I'm chilling. It's alright. I'm not gonna perish. I tell people in my streams, I'm like, you know, I'm not making big bucks. I barely make the bills. I barely just started being able to pay my bills. Alright, so when you do something like this, you gotta actually fill the board. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take all these tactiles. I'm just gonna fill the board with it. Do chamfer stem rails on V2 JWKs make a difference? I don't think so. So I'm just gonna fill this and then we'll loop a few. I was a civil engineer before I transitioned to full-time streaming. It was more like a forced decision to become a full-time streamer. But hey, we'll make it happen. What's up, Miggy? We'll make it happen. I think I have a knack for this kind of thing, to be able to converse with people. Just in general, that was one of my frustrations as a civil engineer. I was like, hey, I have a skill set, which is to be able to converse with people, like persuade them and explain things in a certain way that's easy to understand. Let me do more than just sit in front of a computer. They're like, nah, bruh. Nah. Give you your time in a few years. I'm like, alright. What do you say, boss? Cool. This one too. So I'm using the Vega for testing. civil engineer in the army. Hopefully she's working on a computer. Civil engineers do design for like land. U4 stems and panda housing. I've never done the reverse. I've only done Halo stems in U4 housing. I had a typing class in school, to be honest. That's how I learned how to type fast. Your finals start in 2 days, Derek? Dude. How you feeling about it? I freaking hate Hot Swap. I play Valorant and Overwatch. I prefer Overwatch, actually. But I'm having weird feelings about the future of that game. Why is the Switch not sitting? How's working civil engineering? I chose a very hard field, like a hard sector of it, which was land development, which is very fast paced. Which I figured, oh, fast paced, tough, I can handle it. But it broke me, bro. It broke me. Top three deepest sound switches. It's gonna be Inks and followed by a full 9-line JWK. If you do a Franken switch, you can run like a cherry top ink with cream stem is gonna be really deep, but I don't know if I'd recommend all that. Does the Superfish plate foam for a Think 6.5 make it quieter, or does it just change the sound? It's gonna do both. If you don't want it to be quieter, use less foam. Foam eats up sound just by nature of the material, you know. Do I prefer YouTube or Twitch streaming? Harris Heller described this very well. For streaming, YouTube does not prioritize it, right? So it's kind of rough, like really rough on YouTube, because most people go on YouTube they want to see curated content, edited and everything, not live content. So I like streaming on Twitch more, but the community is very different. Y'all trying to learn out here on Twitch, people trying to kill me. Not literally kill me, but I think the most fun part is interacting me live and trying to mess with me while I try to do something. 415 keys on my stems in general, they mute the upstroke clack. I don't think it really mutes the bottom out, but it mutes upstroke clack for sure. In my opinion, I don't like that sound. You know, entering Monica XTGR, is that gonna be a raffle or something, Thomas? How's that gonna be dropped? Water Kings are bunk. We'll test them today. I have them here. Cause like here, let's take a look at it while I put this in. So I took them all apart. First thing I noticed about the Water Kings was that the stems were like severely overlooped, like severe. Like I can't believe they left the factory like this. All right. Unlimited with human limit. The human limit thing's so funny. So this is one of them that works, right? This one works. So this is an Aqua King. So if we listen to the sound, I wouldn't say I love the sound. It just sounds overlooped. But the problem with some of these switches is when you press that down, because they try to limit wobble, right? Got some tweezers. They wanted to limit this kind of wobble right here. So looking at it, right? So there's very minimal wobble. I don't know why people care about that, but they do, because I guess their keycaps move. But to do that, what they did was they increased the size of the stems. And some of these stems are too big and they catch on the top housing. So it kind of grinds on it. So it feels like it's overlooped because it's trying to cross the top housing. And then once it clears the top housing, it goes smooth. So now it just feels like it's a slow curve spring inside your switch, although it's not, it has nothing to do with the spring. It's literally the stem. And this happens on 10% of them. And it just feels kind of slow and sluggish. Are the Aqua Kings solvable by breaking it? I don't think so. Because this is literally big stem. I would not. So I started lubing them, right? I like gave up. I was like, this is so frustrating that some of these are binding before I even lube. I stream on both. Hey, relax. So is it because it's on TikTok? Like, or TikTokers big hype on this Switch? Because I don't want to be like against the younger generation or something like that, but there have been some wild things that I've seen that people just don't understand. Number of gasket strips does change the sound and feel. Hi, Chris. Welcome, Venezuela. Ciao, M. Karu. Dude, I had my connect talk to the like person who sold them, and I don't think they're gonna change it, bro. I think that's just how it is. Like, that's the mold. We already gave away the Element G67 on Gleam.io. That was done through that was done on Twitter and Twitch. EVOO sounds like a full, is it? Yeah, full nylon J2K is full nylon J2Ks are dope. I like them. But would I recommend them without trying them? I'm like, nah, dude. Like, the manufacturers are trying like weird things these days. I never know if they're gonna just break something. So I kind of have to try before I recommend it. I've heard good things about this Switch, so I think we're gonna be a good spot. I'm filling the board with the blue velvet tactiles right now, just so I have even sound. You don't want to sound test without filling out the board. I made that mistake before, and YouTube comments obliterated me. Dude, H1s are nice. Did you use the stock springs, Poguli? You activated the bell? Thank you, Christ Elite. Welcome, welcome. Feel free to ask any questions if you got them. What are the best full nylon switches? I like my JWK Giants. But the JWK Giant V3 is the only one that has a full nylon. V4 has a PC top now, which is just like a regular JWK. They still have the cool spring if you like the long spring, but I spring swap anyway. So sorry, I have to live out the Fierce Girl switches I have. Those are full nylon as well, but they have like a 58 gram spring. Stock H1 springs. So the thing about like heavier springs is when you use a heavier spring, you're slamming the switch less hard, so the sound is cleaner. Just food for thought. So if you want to run heavier, if you want a cleaner sound, less kind of like noise, run a heavier spring. I'm from SoCal, Christ. United States, California, Southern California, LA, Orange County. What's up, Philip? They're too heavy for me too, Puguli. Slow springs or progressive springs, you just gotta try it for yourself. I really don't. I don't really swing one way or the other. You learned English to Duolingo and you're still you're typing in chat. That's pretty sick, dude. Thank you, Miggy. The core of me is like I'm someone that it's because I grew up not having a lot of money, right? So if I have to spend money, I want to think about it. I'm like, okay, what is the best way for me to spend the least amount of money to get what I want to make me happy and nothing past that. A lot of people in the hobby, they just want to buy excess. They want to have everything, all the best. Multiple copies of the best. Or they want to buy whatever's new, whatever's shiny. Like, I can't keep doing that forever. I grew up differently. These are stock. I will lube one or two to do the test. I just need to fill out the board, so I'm just answering questions right now. 110 gram springs, Marcus? You crazy, bro. Can't let go of your F keys. Budget 250 for the case or the entire build? Secret handshake. Slime, do you have just one PCB? Oh, you got the hot swap then, right? Keycaps did do that. The best thing to do is save money while you're young. Yeah. For me, I'm saving as much as I can, as well as trying to build businesses that are sustainable, that are based off of me and my ability and not how much time I spent at a certain company. Entire build 250. Then you gotta run an ID80 then. That's the only option. ID80 is gonna run you like 160, and then you buy $20 of switches, and then you buy some like $40 keycaps, and you just run with that. I just did a build around that budget for a client, ID80. sure, Tai Tai. These stock are not very pingy. This is kind of sick. I'm listening to these, right? There's a little bit, but it's really not distracting. EVP Dolce? I haven't heard that one. I counted out the GMK I have is like 7, and I have like 4 boards. I have like 2 CRP, and I bought 2 in GB. So when my CRP comes, I feel like the GMK set I'm gonna get rid of is Firefly. I think I only have it for the aesthetics for like reviews and stuff. Corey says my keyboard is a membrane keyboard. Are you looking to get something else? I haven't done ranked in Valorant yet, and I just kind of don't want to. The thing about Valorant is you gotta play hours, spend hours every day to get good, and I don't know if I'm ever gonna do that. It's kind of sad. GMK is a scam. I don't think it's a scam because you can't really get colors elsewhere. Before EPT couldn't do colors. Now EPT can, but still it takes the time that it takes for them to manufacture sets these days, being a year out, is kind of a scam. Play Osu to get good at No, I'm not gonna play Osu, dude. Like, what do you think? How is that a solution to the original problem? The original problem is I don't have enough time to invest to spend hours playing a game. So your suggestion is to play another game to get good at the other game? Bro. You can carry me? Dude, carry me to higher ranks, please. The nice colors don't matter if they shine up and look greasy after a few months. They still look good, dude. If you don't want your keycaps to get shiny and you hate that look, then just don't buy it. But like my starting screen, like I've been gaming on this set right here for a few weeks. Let me try not to scuff it up. I daily this board for at least a few weeks, and I have been known to shine keycaps in under a month. I'm sure I used this for more than a month. I'm a linear game for sure. Yeah, WX, that's true, and that's why it's like hard for me. Yeah, some colors look worse with shine. So like the minimal set I have, it's white, so you don't really know it's a shine. This you probably will. Yeah, it's an Alice layout keyboard. It's supposed to be ergonomic, but not really. Yeah, if you are literally sweating on your keyboard and not wiping it off, then that's a problem. All right. Someone close this bad boy up. I actually have to take some of these switches out. I always forget. So the switches around the screws for the Vega can't be on. Lucky UWX. GMK Taro. I love GMK Taro. Has nothing to do with the fact that I'm Asian and drink boba. It has all the reason. ID80 over the KBD75. If you can afford to go for the KBD75, I'd rather go for the KBD75. But it is a tray mount, so I don't know how you feel about that. If I were to choose between two, I think I would go with the KBD75. Firefly looks very nice. I haven't dailied that. It's most likely going to be sold after people start complaining that I use it in every video. Yeah, it's a switch puller. This one has a gasket mount. It's just screwed in a weird way. This is AI3's design. For me, I just choose GMK sets that I love. And if I love them, then I'm not gonna mind the shine. I'm just gonna keep using them. But if you're worried about, if you think like keyboards is like some kind of investment and you're like, oh, if I pay this much money, I won't be able to sell it for so and so money amount if I shine it. And then it's just, that's gonna ruin you because you're never gonna use it. If you're never gonna use it, don't buy it. For me, these, in my opinion, viewing keyboards as more of an expendable thing and it's something you use and that should depreciate in value because you are using it, then you will spend your money more wisely. So instead of buying 10 keyboards, you maybe just buy one, maybe two that you really love. People out here, dude, they'll just buy anything that it goes on sale, bro. If you use ABS keycaps, they will shine no matter what you do. It may be a few weeks, it may be a few months, but they will. And if that bothers you, and if you can't accept it, just don't buy ABS. Yeah, people spend like way too much money and they expect it all to come back, which is why I feel like some people are really against things like GMK. All right, so I'm gonna take the keycaps off. Oh, dude, whatever. I'll clean that up later. We're gonna use the Hongo to test because should I? No, I don't want to take these all off. Yeah, we'll just do that. I don't feel like looking for another set of caps. So black, white and black. Yeah, white and black right here. Let's do that. Do I have my 7U here? I guess it doesn't really matter. So we're just gonna test a few switches anyway. So let me just. QWERTYUI. Yeah, without lube and film, it kind of feels vibrating. I prefer the sound of ABS, especially on spacebars. I want to have that. So I just want to get a few keys here. Then I'll use that to test switches. QWER. I like PBT alphas, but like CRP especially, bro. The space or the spacebar is kind of whack. Favorite films to use? I just use TX. I literally use TX for all. It's either if it needs films, TX. If it doesn't, just nothing. I've not tried hippo switches before, but I don't like unwiped stems. I've not tried OP blacks in the back of Necro because they are currently soldered in the Aru. I don't really plan on desoldering it. I just need Y. I'll feel better if I have the Y there. Oh shit, I was supposed to run out to TX. I keep forgetting. Yeah, I don't really support clones like straight up clones. Dude, where's my Y? I just want my Y to make this make sense. There you go. Okay. I think that's enough for us to test switches. Cool. Strange choice of caps I have here, but whatever. Yeah, when they're shined, they're gonna feel a bit smoother. Yeah, these definitely sound unlubed, so I don't think these are usable unlubed. So I'm gonna let you listen to this real quick. These are the Blue Velvet tactiles. That's not my favorite sound in the world. So I'm gonna put a lubed tactile next to it. Let's see. Pretty sure this is a lubed holy boba. And switch over. Alright, just double check this. I don't think I'll have any unlubed holy bobas. Oh, these are lubed. Okay, these are lubed. So I'll put this next to it so you can hear it unlubed versus lubed in case you want to use this stock. Are people really flexing clone keycaps? You go to the restroom, wait a moment. You better go fast. In the meantime, I'll lube one of these. They need films too. Do I have films available? Let's check the wobble. I feel like these don't really need films, but acoustic wise, let's see what happens when I open it up. Okay, let's check what's going on with the stock. Okay, I need to see my screen. Sorry for the shakiness. While we're doing this, I'm gonna lotion my hands because y'all are cruel. Oh fuck, I used too much. Sus. Now I'm gonna shine my keycaps more, bro. From what I can tell, it does not look like it's lubed. I'm gonna double check again. Normally with these switches, if they're lubed, you can definitely see it. It's like pretty clear. Right back. All right. Take a look at this, right? Yeah, these are dry. That's good. That's good. So what I'm gonna do, I need to grab films. Cool, we got films. I swear it's lube. Nah, it's lube for the skin. Yeah, they're unlubed. Whether or not the site says unlubed, bro, I always check. Alright, so what we got here? Got one of them's, right? So what I'm gonna do. That's also lube too. Looking for some 3204. Here, we got some 3204. Favorite switch for gaming and typing? I just use Gatter and Inks for everything. There's no real like switch that is good only for gaming and only for typing. But anything with like a heavier spring or like high tactility may just end up being fatiguing for you. That's the only thing. This doesn't mix anymore, mix very well because like I never use this. Gotta spread it out a bit. Alright. To do this, I'm just gonna do the stem. Stem is done. I'm gonna grab a glob, get on the spring, just kind of brush across something heavy like. Let's see if this resolves most of the needs for this switch. I'm using a Vega for testing. Holy Mod's easier to implement than Epsilon Mod. Epsilon Mod has too much room for error in my opinion. But if you can nail how to do Holy Mod, then you're golden. But bro, it's a little tough. My brain's smooth. So I only did the bottom of the spring, right? So I'm just gonna test it. We're using 3204 instead of 205G0, so to retain as much tactility as we can, as well as not looping the legs. And when we close it, push the stem down. There's like spring noise. Let's open this back up. SHC BDD is great for wires for stabs. So what I'm gonna do is loop the other side as well. Juki films. I think I've heard of them. I think I have some actually, like a prototype from a while back. So since I loop both sides, if I hear any other noise, it's gonna be leaf ping. All tactiles have leaf ping. Some housings just mask it better than others. After the comparison style, like when I did all the testing of the stabs, I just used Holy Mod on the spacebar. The same way I did in that video. It sounds smooth now, listen. That's a pretty nice sound. So we have a looped Holy Bulba here, and I'm gonna put a lubed blue tactile here, or blue velvet. Yeah, I definitely would run films with these. Yo, these on bad. I'll let you listen now. Blue velvet tactile Holy Boba. So blue velvet tactile, Holy Boba. Blue velvet. Hold on. It's on an aluminum plate. Blue velvet, Holy Boba. Blue velvet, Holy Boba. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna swap them because people always complain. The tactility is definitely heavier on the Holy Boba, if you were wondering. Blue velvet is more like a medium tactile. All right, Holy Boba, blue velvet. Holy Boba, blue velvet. Holy boba. Blue velvet. The PME plastic is pretty smooth. Nah, that's a solid go for me. Chat, what do you want to see it up against? I feel like a holy boba is pretty clear. I have a Moyu black. Moyu black's gonna be way louder. You think these blue valves do well with heavier springs? Heavier springs only help. A regular holy panda? Okay, let me put a Moyu black and a regular holy panda. Got T1 too. Bro, where are my pandas? I guess gotta lube a new panda. Hold on. You just like the name? Valid? Yeah, so pandas do not need film. So let me just quickly brush everything. Red velvet? Dude, I love red velvet. Okay, here's a question. Is red velvet just chocolate? And keep in mind, when I lube the blue velvet, I only lube the stem. No way? Less chocolate? People were telling me when I was younger that red velvet was just food colored chocolate. Got regular bobas? Yeah, I do. Just give me a second. I got some black bobas. But you want like not silent, right? Regular U4 thought. I have that bag somewhere for sure. I love red velvet. All I taste from them is sugar and tons of sugar. But that's what I like when I was young, dude. Ooh, yeah. Holy panda. Let me grab U4 Thok. Should be good. All right. So I got a regular panda here. Let me pull this out. And we will like do it in the same spot too. Just like a down the line comparison first. Just to get an idea. And here's a spring. This is only a spring. Only lube the spring. To make it fair, let me lube the housing too. I know it's blasphemous for Gazoo though. Oh god, look at all that freaking glue he uses on the spring, bro. While that's out, let me lube the rails. Hi Lexi. I need to do the stem actually. I'm not trolling. This is Gazoo lube these themselves. He just did the donut dip. Hey, come on now. Okay. So, gotta pick that up. Need some tweezers or something. Ugh. Just left a stain, bro. Donut dipped, right? No films. Lube stem. These are the all black U4Ts. Special. Oof. Yeah, I know what video you're talking about. I don't know about that. I would need to test it myself. The video was commissioned by Gazoo though, just so you know. I mean, the name ain't trolling. Alright, so I don't have E, whatever. We'll just test this real quick. What's our... Fuck it, I'm gonna put it in the wrong spot. Thank you. Thank you for the donation, the super chat for the boba drink. I will be sure to grab one tonight. Bruh, this test is gonna make me switch to tactiles. Oh my god, alright. Let's go down the line. My ID them, right? Teja's method shows all the methods, and it takes a lot of time what he does. Bro, use my method. Alright. So right here we have a T1. It's a clear housing T1. Here's a Bobo U4 Thok, fully lubed. There's a Holy Panda, a Moyu Black. Wait. Where did... Oh. I need another keycap over here. Right, hold on. I need something for the actual... The lubed... Or fuck it. We'll just put a W here. The lube blue velvet, which is the whole point of this. Alright. So T1, black T1, black U4T. Shit. We're just gonna do one by one. T1, black U4T. Holy Panda. Moyu Black. Holy Boba. Blue Velvet. These days, I try to do bag lube with 105 and 205. The blacked out U4T sold out now. The last ones available were given away during my stream. Pandas and Velvet are my least favorite. I don't love how it sounds in here. It just doesn't have like a full sound. I wouldn't recommend filming U4T or Holy Boba. Boba's always win these wars, honestly. Dude, Boba's kind of OP. What the hell? My YouTube says it's not receiving enough video? What does that mean? Yeah. Spring ping. The thing with battling with oil is sometimes it doesn't fully cover it. Which is why I'm going back to donut dipping or adding 205 to the mix. But I think the Durapalm T1 tactiles, I haven't tried the Durapalm T1 tactiles. I mean, I did the Polar Panda, but that was linear. It's like, it's just like not clean. Okay, I want to lube another one in case it's like me screwing up. Alright, this is a lubed one. Maybe I suck at lubing. Let's give it another round. Cause I'm tired. I'm honestly tired because people always tell me, bro, this is so OP. This is so good. And then I try it and I'm like, what are you talking about? It has a good sound, but like when it goes up against the big dogs, I don't know. It's not keeping up. So I'm gonna use a 3204, but I'm gonna run it. I'm gonna do the bottom housing too. Let's do that. So let's start. Get my brush mixed well, no chunkiness. Hey, let's not take things out of context. Okay, got a little bit on the bottom. Cool. Whatever's left, let me grab the spring. Where's the spring? Where did I put? Oh, here's the spring. You got Duroc Palm tubes. Where are they sold now, Ross? Let's get a little heavier on this. Now let's do the stem. The problem is that people that say that haven't tried most switches. Yeah, that's pretty true. It's like the same people from TikTok saying, bro, you gotta try the plateless KD67 light mod. It's so good. It sounds amazing. But those people don't know how a board's supposed to sound and feel. So when I tried it, I was like, you know this is broken, right? Like, the board is vibrating, not in a good way. That is not a high-end, that's not a feature, that is literally a bug. You created this bug. With your ingenuity. I try my best to just test it for y'all. Okay. So this is lubed to the best of my ability. This is how I would lube almost anything. Let's see if that like weird sound goes away. 67 on a tactile is kind. I got tired of that weight. Started using 65s. So we gotta listen to this, okay? I want you to listen to what a clean leaf sounds like. These are Black U4T's spring lubed. There is no freaking ping, right? None. None. Nothing. Stock spring. Nothing. This is a lubed blue velvet. You hear that? Like, that's your blue velvet. I feel bad when I do this, but I have to tell people they're wrong. So that sound exists in both of the switches I lubed. I just wanted to make sure that wasn't me. And to be fair, let's pull out the T1. I'm sure I can pull that sound out of the T1 also. To be fair, it's not that the blue velvet's bad, it's that the U4T is stupid good. It's the leaf, yeah. It is a leaf. Here's a T1, same sound. So that's a T1. Let me start pulling off these tactiles so we can listen for that one sound. Okay, let me hear the Panda. I think the Panda has a little bit of that too. Oh. The Panda doesn't. That's the Panda. Let's hear the Moyu Black. I feel like the Moyu Black has some. A little bit. Moyu Blacks have a little bit. Moyu Blacks definitely have a little bit. I'm turning on down my gate. This mic picks up a lot. So, yeah. That is my review of the Blue Velvet. The sound is great. I like the sound. It doesn't sound as full. It sounds a little bit like rattly compared to like the nicer tactiles, like the Moyus and the Holy Boba and the Holy Panda. So it's definitely something smooth that goes up against the T1. So to isolate the leaf and the spring, what you do is you press slowly. Relatively smooth in my opinion. I think it's good. Yep. So that's Blue Velvets. Any other testing you want me to do? Like, we don't really need to do one by one. I think the sound is just slightly different. I think the sound is very close to Holy Boba, but the actual like nature of the sound, there is like leaf ping that is distracting. Whether or not you care, that's on you. Like, if you don't care, cool. Filming definitely makes me feel sound fuller. I mentioned that I could consider using the stock. Hell no. Running with the, I definitely recommend the film. I definitely recommend lubing it. Just do both. No weird binding issues, right? So we Gucci. These are tactiles. Yeah, there's a few tactiles for SP stars. I didn't keep up with them. All right, so we're done with the tactile. Easy peasy. Take that, throw it back in my bag. I'm gonna leave that aside. Least ping is more distracting in a linear, definitely. But in a linear, you can lube the leaf. Does the quality of the desk mat impact the sound a lot? Kind of. I mean, your table does. I'd be more concerned about your table than the desk mat. I don't use films on Boba. No need. They're tight. Alright. Got a few slots here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab one. Oh yeah. Why is this bag wet? No, it's not wet. Here's Blue Velvet Blue Velvet PME linears. Stock is definitely dry. You'll hear that same ping too. Remember the ping we have from the tactile? You can use Desky films if you're trying to make it talk, but like I hate installing Desky, so I just never use them. I use TX. Okay, cool. I'm gonna drop one stock, and we're just gonna lube one real quick with 25G0. Lubing the back of leaves for tactiles, does it actually help? Yeah, it does. But if you want to just draw the line, like if it needs for you to lube the back of the leaf, you can say like, oh, this is dumb, and just use something else. But if you really love that tactile, yeah, that's like a way to do it. But it's hard to do. It's hard to get it consistent. It's a big deal. That's gonna be my method when I lube the pewters.